I guess the best way for me to put it is it's your business. It's not your manufacturer. It's not your distributors. It's yours. So let's start running our businesses like they're ours again and let those people work for us instead of us working for them. Let's not work for the manufacturers and distributors anymore. Let's not do that. Every week we're here to give you nuggets, golden nuggets, if you will, to help you run your business better. And it's very important that you like and subscribe so we can build this channel and we can help everyone in this industry as much as possible. So thanks again for watching. I'll tell you a funny story. So we're talking, we're getting ready to start talking about budgets too. We've already kind of started that because it's already, almost October now. And you need to start planning. And the general consensus is we don't really know what 25 is going to be like. Possibly it's, we've never had a flat year. I mean, we've grown a lot every year. But, I was talking to him. It's like, what if we are flat? What are we going to do if we're flat? And the guys go immediately, this Adam and Jeff, George, Megan. And they're like, well, why don't we just work on the margins in? If we're going to be flat, why don't we see if we can raise the margin 10%? I'm like, whoa. All right. I like this story. This is really what we should be talking about. Okay, we're going to be flat, so let's work on what can we do to fix the margin, to make it better. Okay, we don't care if we're flat. Let's fix the margin. And if we're not flat, great. If we are, great too. But the point is we don't have one lever. We can get more efficient and more simplified and efficient, no matter how simplified and efficient we are. It never stops. You can continue to improve. And so we're just giving you 4 things that will make a big difference in your business. It's transparency, bonus, and teach your department managers how to run the business on the gross profit. Do the same with your technicians, the gross profit. And then stop being in that Peter principle of hiring improperly. Hire the right people to manage your departments. It's not easy to get the right people. Again, reach out. I can help guide you on what to look for, what to do. I'm just going to have to write a book at some point. I got to put all this stuff in a book. To make it easy, so I just say, hey, here's the book. Go read page 30.
Just go through all the videos and then,
Yeah, our videos, which would be easier. People even read anymore? I don't know. I do.
After teaching and being transparent, so the levers, though, just for some more nuggets here, the levers that these managers can push to achieve the margins that they're setting out to achieve. One you talked about is don't let the technicians and these guys just control their own pricing, right? Watch the discounting, make sure that the pricing of the jobs is correct. 2, I would say, make sure that you've got a handle on what's happening in the field, that you understand what is happening when every one of your technicians is in the home, what the protocol looks like, who is exceptional at it, who needs some help at it. You have to understand what's happening while they're in the home, just to get the result that you want. The next would be, manage those people to achieve the KPIs. And then if they're not, training, retraining, et cetera, that's the accountability part. But most importantly, controlling the labor cost, managing the payroll function. And that level of accountability, that takes an extra level of accountability that most people don't have.
Mm-hmm.
When Sally turns in her payroll sheet and says she needs to make $850 and you calculate it out and it was $675, having the stones to go back and say, Sally, I don't understand why you turned in $850. It's $675. Show me what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And don't do that again.
Yeah.
And that does. And I'm just using that basic example that I've seen.
That's a complicated pay system causing that situation.
Yeah. Complicated pay systems. But if you've got a margin problem as an owner or a manager, this is what I am constantly amazed at, because we have these conversations. I mean, that's what you talk to everybody about, right? Margin. There's something wrong with the margin. What's wrong with the margin? Typically, it's in labor, right? But you know what? Almost no one does that I advise them to do that I would always do when there was a margin problem. I would do the payroll myself. And nobody goes to, like, I don't even know how to do the payroll. I'm like, okay, it's electronic. It's okay. Download it. Watch, how does the information get put in? How are you verifying it? Like, you just got to go through every
Yeah.
step and do it yourself, because you will see glowing. You'll save 10% of your payroll just by doing that.
Good job. Good job. Yeah. Oh, I'm very passionate about this, as well as you are. We've seen this over and over and over again. We've experienced it ourselves until we figured it out. This right here is a biggie. Again, we didn't even hit on the labor brokering part of it, which is the biggest of all the biggies within the COGS above the line is the labor part. We'll hit more on that on another episode, because it's our job to dispel what we're spending all of our money on, all the money, the millions and millions of dollars of being spent on coaching every year and trade shows and all this stuff, which is all good stuff for the industry. But it doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean it's the right thing. And so open your eyes to your business. I guess the best way for me to put it is it's your business. It's not your manufacturer. It's not your distributors. It's yours. So let's start running our businesses like they're ours again, and let those people work for us instead of us working for them. Let's not work for the manufacturers and distributors anymore. Let's not do that.
That was the biggest scam ever. Like, the biggest scam ever was when the manufacturers decided that they were going to get in the coaching game, and they were going to go out and hire coaches. You could go see this coach. We'll sponsor you to go see this. It's like, okay, but you realize it's like, Pfizer creating the, health problems, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
We're going to teach you how to do everything we want you to do, not necessarily what's going to make you more profitable, but
Yeah.
everything we want you to know to sell more boxes for us.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's your business. And so you need to remember it's yours. You're the one that took the risk, got out there on your own, took all the pain and suffering, probably pulled your spouse and your family into it. And now you're all into it neck deep, and get it back. Just take it back. Just take back your business, and let's open our eyes up to these things that really make a big difference. And what we're asking you, or not even asking you, I mean, we're not even asking you to do this. We're just going to tell you about it, and it's your decision if you want to do it. Really what we're trying to say here is, if you take your business back and start opening your eyes to possibilities can happen. And you can do it. I mean, what we're talking about here isn't rocket science. It's just basic cleaning up the mess we've created. It's just clean up our messes and the messes that we've been instructed to do. I know it's show season right now. It's starting. It's getting going. There's some shows this week. There's some shows next week. It's going to be the same thing. And most of these shows are typically on stage as these guys that have made a whole bunch of money in our industry. And, I've made a lot of money in this industry, but I want to stay on the ground floor with you guys. I want to be where y'all are, right? I don't want to get on stage and talk about my success. We want to get on stage and talk about how we can help you build businesses, right? Everybody's in this world that we're in now. If you see a stage full of multimillionaires, they're there for one reason. They want to buy your business. They're not there because, you know what I mean? Which is okay.
So,
this is great. We're in a great economy now that we can even have this happen.
There's value in it. There's value in listening to everybody share their experiences. I love it, but don't fall into the shiny object trap.
Yes.
Right. Like, oh, let's this, we're going to have these 5 speakers, and then we're going to roll out this product, and it's going to be some weird, new bamboozled AI featured this, and it's going to, do this. This is going to train all your techs for you. Stop. There are no magic bullets, as much as the people will try to tell you there are. you have to understand how to do everything in your business. You have to have a protocol for everything in your business. Your managers have to understand how to do that. You have to be transparent. There's no one's going to get up on stage and say, it's just, you got to do a lot of hard ass work that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But that's the truth.
Right. You do. You really do. And you just got to think for yourself and take your own business back and just do these simple things. These are very simple things. And all we talked about is quit paying on revenue, quit bonusing on revenue, just bonus on margin. All right. How hard is that? It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. But it will fix a lot. It's really simple. It's not a shiny object. It's just very basic, simple stuff. And so, if you're going to all these things and you're seeing all these guys that have made multi-million dollars of money in this industry, it's great to listen to their stories and maybe give you inspiration to help you get there, but you need a way to get there, right? Not everybody can just do it just because you heard someone talk about doing it. We got to do this little bit of work here, the work that we're talking about to get yourself.
And even when we talk here, I kind of take for granted that people understand what a proper financial statement looks like and what goes into it. But I mean, how often do you help somebody? And you said the first thing you ask for is financials. How often do you help somebody and the financials that you receive are just, doesn't make any sense. You got, overhead items and the cost of goods sold. You got, there's no labor in your cost of goods sold. It's all down below the line. It's, how often does that happen? Because it happens
almost always. Almost always. So
maybe we got to go back even farther because fundamentally, there's a couple of different ways you can spin it, but fundamentally, the financial statement's the financial statement. Mm-hmm. There are certain things that go into your cost of goods sold that all of us agree with, and some of them try to, you might get fancy and add some taxes or whatever. Who cares? But there's certain things that go into your cost of goods sold. There's a certain order that your overhead should be in, and the result is profit, right? Or lack thereof. But how are you going to do any of the stuff that we talked about if you don't have a proper financial statement and you don't understand it yourself? So, I mean, maybe we should, peel that onion back a little bit at some point and start going over some financial statements.
I think so. I think we go over some financial statements and then we just talk about all the money we're leaving on the table. You should always be running your business like you're going to sell it, right? We've heard that over and over again. And no matter what the multiples are, even when they were at their highest, just a year and a half ago, whatever it was, about a year and a half ago, when they were at the peak, everybody was still selling on a discount because they only are using the two levers. They're not using all the stuff that we're talking about. They were using the procurement, discounting, and raising prices. And so a lot of money has been left on the table for a lot of companies that could have gotten way more money with just using these simple changes. These simple changes can double the value, triple the value, quadruple the value of your business in days. It takes time to show it. PE firms don't want to buy crappy businesses that don't make much money. They don't want to waste their time. They don't want to do the work. They want good, solid businesses. So if you're wanting to sell, you need to do
predictable cash flow.
Yes, they buy predictable cash flow, and it's all there. I've said this a million times. All the money is already in your business. You're just not getting it to the bottom line. So let us help you get there. That's what we're going to do. So I appreciate y'all watching. I know we rambled on a little bit.
We brought up, a PhD in management and The Rock in the same, hey.
From two goons. So we'll see you guys and girls on the next one. Thanks again. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to y'all later.
No BS with Billy and Landon is produced and delivered to you by Sarah Systems. At Sarah Systems, we've created a better way to run your home service business and unlock unprecedented growth. Our field service software was designed by real home service professionals to help you save steps, charge for previously unbillable time, and win more business. But the true change requires more than software. Our live coaching helps you understand and control the aspects of your business that matter most. It's about time for a new era of service, and we're leading the way. If you're ready to join the hundreds of other contractors who've been able to increase profit margins more than 50% within 6 months, visit sarah.tech today. That's Sarah, SERA.tech today.